History of ISO 9001. ISO 9001 was created to provide guidelines to assist companies to organize and implement a quality management system or QMS. International Organization for Standardization or ISO is the world's largest non-profit organization to develop and publish international management system standards on subjects such as requirements for a quality management system or ISO 9001, requirements for an environment management system or ISO 14001, occupational health and safety standard or ISO 45001, and the like. Quality management system designed per ISO 9001 will differ considerably from company to company, because it is influenced by different organizational and external conditions. The most important organizational conditions are the following: maturity level of quality management, internal motivation, implementation strategy, and involvement of people. The external conditions include certification audits and relationship with customers. The ISO 9001 Quality Management System or QMS includes a method of continuous improvement put in place in 1994. But prior to putting it in place, the history of ISO 9001 QMS certification started during the Second World War, where many British explosive manufacturers experienced quality problems. The bombs were exploding during the assembly process in factories. The solution adopted to address these quality problems required factories to document their manufacturing procedures and to prove by record keeping that the procedures were being followed. The standard was BS 5750 and it was known as a management standard because it specified not what to manufacture but how the manufacturing process was to be managed. In 1987, the British government persuaded the International Organization for Standardization or ISO to adopt BS 5750 as an international standard. The international standard was named ISO 9000 series. ISO 9000 to 1987 had the same structure as the British standard BS 5750. ISO 9000-1994, which was published on 30 June 1994, emphasized quality assurance via preventive actions, instead of just checking final product, and continued to require evidence of compliance with documented procedures. ISO 9001-2000 combined the three standards 9001, 9002, and 9003 into one, called 9001. Design and development procedures are required only if a company engages in the creation of new products. The 2000 version sought to make a radical change in thinking by placing the concept of process management front and center. Process management was the monitoring and optimizing of a company's tasks and activities, instead of just inspecting the final product. The ISO 9001-2008 was published on 15 November 2008. ISO 9001-2008 used the same numbering system as ISO 9001-2000 to organize the standard. As a result, ISO 9001-2008 standard looked very much like the 9001-2000. No new requirements have been added. However, some important clarifications and modifications have been made, like defining the scope of control on outsourced processes, validation of software, effectiveness of corrective, preventive action, control of external documents, etc. A major revision of ISO 9001 was done in September 2015. The ISO 9001-2015 has been modernized to update terminology and content to meet current and anticipated user needs. Customers remain the primary focus. In addition, this new edition focuses on management commitment, risk management, and continuous improvement.